Javelina Men's Basketball fans, welcome to episode 18 of the Javelina Men's Basketball Show. My name is Landin, and I'm alongside Coach Johnny Estelle. So, Coach, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
The Javelinas unfortunately, were unsuccessful this weekend against Angelo State and Lubbock Christian, but look to bounce back against DBU and Tarleton State. So, Coach, we've had four words that have defined this program: no excuses, just commitment. Is that the mindset going forward for your team?
Oh, it has to be. You can't vary from your course and what's your motto. I mean, what your creed is. You got to stand behind your coach. That's the basis of our culture. We have to reevaluate what we didn't do well. It's not like we didn't lose to two good teams. Losing is never acceptable, but you want to study yourself. We weren't quite ourselves this weekend. This area, this defensively, that I think that we didn't execute really good. Hard, perimeter, like we've been doing. There's some things offensively. We did not shoot the ball well. I thought our pace of offense wasn't very good. Pretty evident during the game, but also when you go back and watch film and study with the staff and the team, you see a lot of the things that wasn't in order. So, we have a lot of basketball in front of us, is what I believe, and it's just a matter of continuing to get 1% better every day. And we want to be playing our best at the right time, and we still have time.
And Coach, as for this weekend, we're going to pay tribute to our seniors that mean a lot to this team. But before we jump into them and their impact they made on this team, how much does this fall on them going forward for this team with the mindset they approach on a day-to-day basis on trying to get back to what we know we can get to?
Well, I mean, for me, I think it's the seniors represent the heartbeat of the team, or should. I mean, at the end of the day, they're the team that have laid the foundation. They've been in the trenches. They stand the most to lose because they're at the end of their career, so to speak, most of them. If you can't put it on them, who are you going to put it on? The freshman, the sophomore, it's got to fall. And I'm just an old school coach that believes in that model. That's the way I was raised as a player in football and basketball. And every coach I've had always implemented that type of mindset of when it's your turn to lead, you got to be prepared. You don't run for an opportunity. It's a great opportunity. It's an honor. So it's not pressure. It's more of an honor. It's a leadership. I mean, and for the most part, what we're trying to do. We're trying to win championships and games, but we're trying to develop leaders of the team. And these young men have been put in situations in their professional careers and also as husbands and fathers. And when things get tough, you just can't just make excuses and then, quit or just abruptly make a radical decision. You got to stay the course. So no excuses, just commitment is something that just goes beyond this locker room in their tenure as having the basketball player. It should be something that should be in the back of their mind and come to the forefront in terms of trouble or any type of adversity in their life as young people.
And Coach, like you said, the vision is still in front of us and it's very clear. But as for your seniors, I mean, this year we've set a program record for most conference wins. They clearly pushed the brand forward, and there's still more basketball left to be played. But how much of an impact have those five guys made on your team?
I think individually they've done a great job. Collectively, they've done an unbelievable job. And I say that to say there's an improvement in every area of the program. I always believe, when it's on your watch, no matter if you're the head coach or you're assistant coach or you're a part of something, at the end of the day, people are going to evaluate your impact on whatever it is, the company, the program. And that's what we'll be able to look back at these five young men and say, okay, under your watch, was the Javelina Nation in terms of basketball, was it the brand advanced? Did it stay the same, or did it go backwards? There's no other way to evaluate it, okay? We're always looking to add value, and that's what each one of these guys have. They brought a high character situation, attitude every day to our situation. They brought leadership. They brought production. They brought about everything you could want for a coach, for a student athlete to bring to a program. But I knew kind of that when we recruited them because of their families and where they came from, some of the things they've done before they got here. That's not always 100%. Going to probably be telling of their career, but it's basically something you can look back to and say, okay, the reference. What's the reference point? Win, high character, positive results, success. And if they continue to get better, it's going to happen for you in this program, in this position.
And as for this Thursday, the focus shifts to Dallas Baptist University, a very tough team at St. Edwards and St. Mary's. What's the importance of this game going forward for your team?
Oh, I think every game from this point forward, or every game for me, I guess I have a lot of games. They're like a tournament. They're going to impact the postseason, and the postseason is another season. When you look at it, we start off in the preseason. Okay, you're winning and losing there. You're competing against yourself, and you're competing against condition. Okay, once you move out of that, then you go into the phase of basketball. You're trying to figure out who you are as a person, your identity as a team, and so on. So you're kind of fighting with that. Then you go through the preseason. Then you go through the first round of conference, and then the second round of conference, and then you move into the postseason. Now, we try to pride ourselves, not in the air, but we try to pride ourselves to prepare for this time of year in September. That's why we have a tough preseason. Because we want to make sure that we're prepared mentally and physically for this time of year. There's a lot of programs that, may have a different mindset in this, to each their own. But for me, I always think if you have a reference point, something to look back to, a team building experience like conditioning and practice and all this stuff, that now these games right now, they're big, but they don't become huge in a way of, I got to do 10 times as what I did yesterday. I just got to be consistent. I've got to be like I was yesterday, but maybe a little bit better, but I got to pay more close to the detail, the focus. So the teams you start seeing in basketball that kind of start taking the dip, or you see them actually early, they're probably going to lose focus on things that are important. And the only thing you can focus on is things that are important.
And as for our listeners, my final question before we go off air, can you give a little insight on what these guys went through in the offseason where you have this high belief in them that they're really going to make an impact going forward in March and keep on winning and push the brand forward where it needs to be?
Well, I mean, it's what we call the golden standard this year. We adopted that, and that's from a quote from Mike Krzyzewski, that basically, when he was asked by Jerry Knezlow to take over the USA basketball, and he wrote this book, and it was about the gold standard. So when I look at our conditioning program, which is always really tough, we're running on the track, and we have indoor running, and we have lifting 3-4 times a week, and then we have 2 hours of basketball. This year was increased to 4. You have to balance all that, but you have to have a way to measure or evaluate where you are, even because you're not playing games. So it's about personal best. It's about meeting the challenges. And this year we implemented the mile run, which I thought helped us. It's something that I did as a player when I played for my junior college coach, Coach Johnny and Coach Carter here, but I always was reluctant to do it as a head coach. We just ran what you call quarters or 800s. So when I put this mile run into implement it in our program this year, I thought it really brought us even closer together because everyone had to meet that standard, and everyone didn't make it at the same time. But to see our team rally around the guys that were struggling, to watch the guys improve themselves and understand what they had to do to make the standard, I think is what propelled us forward and brought us closer together. It's not always winning and success that brings you closer together. It's adversity and sometimes failure. And I was told the guys from last week, I said, we didn't meet the mark that we wanted to. That don't mean the season's over. That means that we have to recalibrate and come closer together. And we've done this before already in preseason, so we can do it again. I believe in you, and I know you believe in each other. So all we got to do is make sure we do it. So it's very simple. You just make things relative to life. And basketball is no different. You're going to have highs, you're going to have lows. There's things that you're going to look back on that you're going to say you wish you did or you didn't. But at the end of the day, we don't want to regrets. We don't want to look back 10 years from now and say, well, if I would have did this a little more. No, we want to make sure we don't leave any stone unturned and we leave it up on the floor. And at the end of the day, if it's not in God's plan, then we can walk away from the game and say, we did our best.
Yes, sir. So, Coach Estelle, thank you for taking the time to join me on the Javelina Men's Basketball Show. Good luck to you against DBU and Tarleton State.
Thank you, sir.
Go Havs. All right. Javelina Nation, welcome back to episode 18 of the Javelina Men's Basketball Show. I'm alongside Alex Mills. Alex Mills, our graduate assistant, and he played last year under Coach Estelle. So, Alex, thank you so much for joining me. So Alex, the Javelinas are entering this weekend 18-8 overall and 14-6 in conference. Things didn't go their way this weekend, but what are the importance of these games with DBU and Tarleton State coming in this weekend?
I think the importance here, each of them is very important for their identity. I think that our guys want the box so it's important to the game. I say he's going to be the most determined. Definitely going to
And as for yourself, you played last year under Coach Estelle, and I know you learned a lot, but what is the biggest thing you've learned as a player and as a coach that you've helped these guys in those guys coming back that are trying to make an impact on this team?
a couple things that I learned from Coach Johnny Estelle was you gotta hone in on the real details of the tell you. You just gotta focus. You gotta stay locked in. You gotta know like what he's saying. And that's what I try to bring that to the guys every day in practice.
And as for yourself, last year when you played for Coach Estelle, is there any one specific memory that stands out to you the most that you always hold dear to your heart?
So I think like around January, he found that I tore my leg from my heel, and I just told him that I wasn't gonna sit out for the season. I was gonna play through my injury. I think right then and there, trusted me.
And as for your advice, when Coach Estelle goes out and looks to try to recruit players this coming up off season to put the class of 2020 together, what's your advice to them as they try to choose Kingsville as their next destination?
My advice is if they choose Kingsville from day one. You got to come in and work. That's the number one goal. You got to come in and work, put your head down. There's no giving in this program. Everything's earned. Nothing given, everything earned. That's my advice.
And as for yourself, for Alex Mills, what's the future for him?
I think my future. I'm not too sure. I think something getting back to the kids, my future. Basketball.
So Alex, good luck to you going forward, and I look forward to seeing the remainder of the season.
Thank you.
Go Hats.
Javelina men's basketball fans, thank you so much for listening to episode 18 of the Javelina men's basketball show. I'd like to say thank you to my guest, Coach Johnny Estelle, and graduate assistant Alex Mills. But once again, my name is Landin. The Javelina will be back on the court this Thursday against Dallas Baptist for faculty and staff appreciation night, and then senior day on Saturday against Tarleton State University. So once again, we look forward to seeing you this weekend, and once again, go Hats.